My name is Lara Ximenes, and I'm a Portuguese 19-year-old undergraduate student and activist. I am currently studying at a Portuguese university, and I was beyond honored to be invited to take part in such an important cause. And I am here to partake in Search India in order to raise awareness to societal issues in a global scale. I'm here to talk about Portugal, where I was born and raised, and I'm still living. According to the European Institute for Gender Equality, Portugal is below the European Union Index for Gender Equality. So how's that? The European Union Index is around 67, and the Portugal Index is around 59. So you see, it's really way below. And as a young person and as a human, this concerns me a lot. And Today, I would like to focus on a systemic issue in Portugal, which is gender violence in relationships between youngsters. When mentioning gender violence, people tend to forget very often that gender violence isn't just physical violence. Gender violence is psychological violence. It's control, it's any attempt of restraining. It's stalking, it's sexual violence, it's social media violence. And there are many forms of violence, and especially in intimate relationships, when we are so blinded by love or whatever feelings that we have for the other person, we are less susceptible to identifying this abusive behavior. And in Portugal, every year, since this is such a really serious issue, several NGOs make campaigns about gender violence, and in order to educate and raise awareness, especially among women, since the female population is the one which suffers the most from it. The Portuguese statistics are deeply concerning, I would say. And why? Because I live in a country where 32% of women have reported any form of sexual harassment. And on a national level, in a country with around 10 million people, in the last 15 years, 500 women have been murdered. And intimate relationships, present and former, represent 74% of total reported femicides, according to the Observatory of Murdered Women. Earlier this year, the romanticization of the brutal rape and murder of Xiemenes and its misogynistic media coverage made me even angrier. The man who killed this bright university student, he wasn't chained. He was heightened. He was not condemned. He was instead praised for his professional achievements, and that is unacceptable. And is also a violation of the deontological code for the journalistic profession. A national study on violence in dating conducted by UMAR concluded that 58% of young people in an intimate relationship report at least one violence indicator analyzed in that study. 67% of youngsters take as something natural at least one form of violence in intimacy, and I have to say that no violence should ever be accepted. No, not any. And especially in an intimate relationship where you're supposed to share with your partner feelings of love, trust, and caring about them. And that brings me to the next point, that is what is being done on education for gender equality is not enough. We need to discuss more policies. We need to discuss more healthy relationships, and we need a change of mentality in order to turn everything around. So I hope that one day we are no longer afraid of speaking up, of saying no, and thinking about what might happen to us if we stand up for ourselves.
Thank you for watching this video until it is finished. If useful to you guys, please like and share this video. If you have any suggestions for us, leave a message in the comments field. Always support us by clicking the subscribe button, because it means a lot to us. To the next video. See you.